I have never before told a story of such disaster and intrigue. Actually, that's a lie, but maybe someday you'll find out about that too.
Wormhole! In the space!
What are you trying to say, Jane?
There's a wormhole just outside of the planet. It's gonna devour us.
Ha! Told ya!
I'm sorry, but I'm honestly really confused. Where's Colin? How's a wormhole going to devour us? Please explain.
Well, I was stargazing with Colin when...
Ooh la la. Anything happen out there?
Yes, a wormhole opened up and a giant worm emerged from it. Colin should be here soon to display it on the screens.
Ha! No need! Come over here and look at this, baby!
Is that the wormhole?
I've known about it since the aliens left. I noticed their trajectory and observed it for a few days, whilst I was waiting for rescue. They flew right into the damn thing. Ha! Such fools! If only they knew that wormholes were made for a reason.
Explain this reason, Ralcor.
Back in the days of theoretical science, it was believed that wormholes may exist. They came up with the idea as a bridge between 2 points in space-time. Originally, the idea came up when a worm ate its way through an apple. The winding tunnels created an easy way to move from point A to point B. About 200 years ago, it was rumored that wormholes didn't just exist, but giant worms that devoured planets were the creators of them.
Oh my god. I can't believe my ears.
No one else can either. What are we gonna do about this problem, Colin?
Pack and run. We have a very small amount of time here. I'll start up the ship, hoping of course that Mel has finished hacking it. Mark and Rocco, whatever there is left to pack, pack it. Jane, go to the hab and collect the most favorable or most important plans. We don't have long, 5 to 6 hours at the most.
Hold on a second. I thought I was the commander here.
Oh, sorry. What are your orders, Commander?
Ah, screw it. Everything you said is fine. Except maybe Ralcor should go with Jane. Make the trip quicker. Let's get on with it. Execute Escape Protocol Plan Beta.
I didn't even know there was an escape protocol alpha. And now there's a beta? Why does no one tell me this stuff?
Read the handbook, hon.
But what's escape protocol plan beta then?
The one your boyfriend just told you. Now everyone, on with it. Actually, Jane, can I have a word?
Sure, what's wrong?
Does Colin seem a little off to you in the vocal area?
He did sound a little canned. Must be a problem with his suit.
Yeah, must be. Well, that was all. Get to work now.
Okay, the rest of the plans shouldn't be too hard to pack. Though some of them are quite big. I hate to say this, but we may have to leave some behind. So Ral, we should focus mainly on those that are nearly extinct, and narrow it down from there.
Good idea! Though didn't Colin suggest that you should focus on the ones you love the most first? It'll be easier to part with the rest of them that way.
I love them all so much, but from a professional point of view, I should concentrate on the ones undergoing extinction.
Oh, on the subject of things you love, how goes the relationship with you and Colin?
I'd prefer not to say.
And I'd prefer to insist. Like, come on, we're not in high school anymore. Tell me the juicy gossip.
Fine, but let me order the plans from most important to least important first.
Sure. Will that take long?
Maybe as long as an advertisement?
A what?
This episode is brought to you by Tired of those crummy shoe soles that always wear out? Are you in the market for a new sole that doesn't just last, but raises your spirits? Then come and get yourself a new, recently absorbed, might I add, human sole to fill your shoes. At limited shoe markets and in voodoo huts only. I really need to get those back for these
Alright, here's the list. I'll pin it on the board here. I can see that look in your eye. There's no need for that. I'll talk.
Ha! Success!
Okay, where do I start? Well, Colin and I have known each other for a few years now, but I've never really gotten to properly know him. I was so focused on my plans that he just slipped by me unnoticed. Of course, we did have our conversations, which were quite short, as he was always busy, and I guess I was too. We really only started to get personal when we crashed here. I was walking with him on the way back to the hab, and I stated how odd the moon of this planet was. After discussing perfection and imperfection, he allowed me to name the moon, hence it became Hexus.
Do you love him?
I don't know. I've never really loved another human being before, aside from my family, but even then I was against talking to them. I was put into adoption after my home planet was destroyed, my family along with it. That's when Lance found me. He saw my love of plants, and then I was brought into his crew. I guess he was sort of a father figure to me, but I was so focused on my plants that it never really went that way. He was fine with it. He allowed me to care for my plants, and a decade and a half later, and here we are. I sort of love Colin. I really don't know, but I'm starting to feel this way about him that I do for my plants, but it's weirder. I guess loving a human is different to loving a plant.
Oh, that's sweet. I wish I had that with someone. I think I did, but I can't remember. Just like how I didn't remember the existence of the wormhole until you exclaimed it to Mark and I earlier.
So, is that all? You just didn't remember, or you were purposely keeping this information from us?
Ha! I wish! Look! The wormhole I forgot about. The alien ship, not so much. All I could remember was that they had vanished into a space within space and died there. That was a decade ago, so it's obvious it took until now for the wormhole to fully open. Must have been a long journey if it took a decade for the wormhole to get from whatever side of the universe it came from to here. May have been a parallel universe too. Maybe. Ha! I doubt that.
Okay, the plants are ready for shipping. I've also packed the rest of the med packs too. I doubt we'll need them from here on out. I'll stay here and prepare the next load. You take these ones and come back as soon as possible.
Aye aye, Captain!
I've sent Ral off with the next load of plants. By the time he gets back, I'll have the next lot ready for him. Has Mel prepared the ship yet?
Unfortunately, no. She hasn't cracked the ship yet, though I'm nearly finished modifying her voice. I've had to turn the vocal systems off for now though, so they can do a hard reset. I'll know when the ship is operational when it turns completely on.
That's great, Colin. I guess I'll talk to you later.
Yes, you will. Promise.
Boom!
Ah! God damn it, Mark! Cut that crap out! How's the packing going?
Packing? What packing? Oh, right, yeah. I finished that some time ago. I've been clean base up. Can't leave a place behind unclean.
Mark, you do realize that in a matter of hours, a giant worm is going to devour this planet whole, no matter whether it's clean or not?
I know, but it just looks so grimy. And you know how good my job as a janitor is.
Yeah, I do, as you keep reminding me with your constant eye-blinding work. I really am thankful that we don't have any wars to fight or anything. I doubt you'd be good when it comes to strategic planning. Or I'd be any good with a laser rifle.
I don't know about that. I think the way I handled our meeting with Ralcor was quite good.
You literally let him in without a second's thought and then gave him a drink of water. How is that good?
For one thing, he was obviously crazy. And like I said then, which I will repeat now, never question a crazy person. Though I did sort of screw that up by actually asking him. Nonetheless. Secondly, it was polite to give him water as he was clearly thirsty.
Fine. If that's the way you're going to look at it then, I guess I have nothing to be afraid of.
That's damn right. Now what are you currently up to?
I guess I'm on break. I'm waiting for Mal to finish with the ship before I can finally use it. Also, her vocal settings are going through a hard reboot. I was just talking to Jane though.
Oh, so that's why you have your suit on. I also advise maybe doing a little repair on your suit, for vocal reasons. Nevertheless, it did seem odd, especially now comparing that this ship provides the suitable air filtration that we need to breathe. And I know what you're gonna say. It was like this before you turned it on, but I was talking to Ralcor before, and he told me a little something about these ships.
Now, don't I have a story for you, Mark? Did you think that those ships always produce the correct filtered air that we live and breathe with?
Well, yes, I just assumed...
Ha! You assume that this air naturally produced from those machines down here? Well, aren't you wrong? Originally, these vents produced steam and all the likes. But after the aliens left, I, with my intelligent mind, clicked a few buttons and out came air!
I thought you couldn't read this alien language.
I did say that, didn't I? Well, like I said, I clicked a few buttons and BAM! There it went, up and running like there was nothing wrong.
Are you sure it wasn't already producing air?
Now that I think of it, my colleague must have figured out how to hack into the basic air filtration systems, and through producing the concoction of chemical compounds that must have scared off some of the aliens that way. Probably killed some of them too.
And that's the story.
You really know how to change your voice to sound like Ralcor.
I know. Odd, isn't it? Hey, would you mind if I put my show on?
Go for it. I need some entertainment.
The following is the first episode in the Voyage into Darkness series. Episode 1, The Lost Discovery.
In the year 2087, mankind discovered the lost city of Atlantis. After decades of searching, hoaxes, movies, novels, and the like, the achievement was finally made. The world reacted in the same way. They all wanted to see it. It was a hit in pop culture, history, really everything. That year became the year of lost discovery. After 3 months of researching the location and securing it from public eyes, the curtain was finally risen. This is the story of my journey, with a small group of people as we take a submarine ride to the city.
Welcome to your very first Atlantis cruise.
Would you care for a beverage?
Why do you think that this is my first cruise? How does the computer know?
Oh, the computer is programmed that way. After you have scanned your voyage pass, all your details were uploaded into the system.
Yes, and the government too.
I'm Karen.
And I'm Ian.
I'm Andrew. Good to meet you both, I think.
Pleased to meet you.
We're marine biologists.
Oh, cool. I'm an architect. How long have you...
Oh, we're not a couple, though we have known each other for quite the time now. One would expect the likes of us to be together in such an unprofessional way, but no, that isn't the life for us.
Don't think that dear Ian here is the only one who thinks this way. No, we both agree on it since the beginning of our relationship.
Right. Computer, when do we take off?
Please, call me.
AV.
You are scheduled.
For launch as soon as the third party arrives.
There is a third party? How many people does this party consist of? This is a small submarine after all.
The third party consists of...
One person's.
I have information about this.
Person's.
Yeah, go ahead and inform us. We may be able to conclude as to why they are so late.
Dr. H. Jenkins,
Is a...
botanist,
who works for the...
State of Geneva Research Facility.
Their expected arrival is in...
T-minus 20 minutes.
Would you care to know about your...
Current location.
That is fine, AV, though I would personally love to talk about the culture here in Costa Rica. Karen and I have been here a week now because why not sightsee when you're going on an adventure?
Nevertheless, it has been a marvel to stay here. The wildlife is quite exquisite, along with the urban city life. The smells are vibrant and the people are quite a joy to talk to, though they never stayed to chat for long, which surprised me.
You can say that again. I don't believe the public here are too fond of how close the city of Atlantis is to their home, though it is a few hundred kilometers from the coast. I guess tourism hasn't been as sharp as they expected.
I noticed that. It may be due to how when the city was discovered that only limited personnel were allowed to take a look, mainly for research purposes. There were riots in the streets apparently. I've been told that tourism here took a mighty blow for the worst.
Yes, it is quite a disappointment, isn't it, Ian, my dear?
Oh, quite indeed. 'Twas the journey here, though. When sweet Karen and I were permitted into the establishment, that is the city, we were a blunder of joy.
Aren't you worried though?
What about exactly?
Well, it's been months since the city was discovered. There may be nothing left to research, which will make the journey pointless. I know of other architects that looked at the design of the city, and though they haven't published any material on the site, I still worry that there is nothing left to discover.
That's plausible and rational. I personally believe that it's the experience that matters most. And who knows, maybe sweet Karen and I will discover something new about marine biology in the process.
Oh, I'm sweet.
It doesn't matter whether it's been extorted to the extreme limits of discovery, but it's our time to discover it.
Optimus, I presume?
You presume correctly.
Oh, thank the goddesses themselves, you haven't left without me. Sorry I'm late. Glad to meet you all. My name is Harry Jenkins. Are we waiting on anyone, or can we just get going?
Thanks for that, Mark.
Why are you thanking me?
Because the show has given me an idea. I'll see you later. If Mal comes online, tell me.
How are my lovely plants doing? I know I haven't been around of recent. I've been so busy. Wait, haven't I told you all this before? Wasn't that a dream, though? It was one of you, wasn't it? You made me fall asleep. But why? What did I do? Oh no, what didn't I do? I'm so sorry. I wasn't meant to leave you all behind like this. Are you saying it wasn't leaving you behind that was the problem? What was it then? Was it... Are you... No. No, you're not saying that. It's my feelings for Colin, isn't it? You don't like the fact that I'm actually in love with something that isn't a plant. Well, I'm not sorry for that. I love him and there's nothing you can do about it. No, not a poison dart. Why? Why do you want to kill me? It may only be one shot in the arm, but it's fatal. I've done so much for you all. I hate to leave you this way, but I need to get a med pack. Where are they all? All of the medical packs are gone, but where? I did. I packed them in the previous delivery of plants. Oh no, Colin, can you hear me? I don't know if you can, but this time it's not a dream. I've been poisoned by one of my plants and won't make it back home alive. I guess you should leave my plants behind. Colin, I love... Colin, is that you?
Yes, it is. Oh god, why did it do this to you?
My plants got jealous that I found love in a human, I guess. Before you say anything, don't take off your helmet. There is a chance that you could get infected. Also, it's too late to apply an antidote, Colin. It's already deep within my bloodstream. I can feel it.
I can't lose you this way. Not before anything really begins.
But, my love, it did. And you must make sure to always remember that. I'll always be with you, in your heart, your mind.
There's so much I wanted to do with you. I wanted to take you to see Earth. I wanted to show you the flora in the forest of Dakota 6. You would have loved it there. The masses of plants. Such a beautiful sight.
I've read about it before. It was always my dream to go there. Maybe we'll meet there in another life.
Yeah, maybe.
Do me a favor and make sure you plant the rest of my plants that are on the ship. Make sure they live full lives and reproduce. They deserve it. Leave these ones behind. They don't deserve anything now.
I will. I never wanted you to die in my arms.
Better I do than dying alone, hey?
I love you, Jane.
Hey, don't make me kiss you. No, seriously, there's probably poison in my saliva too.
You were always the buzzkill, weren't you?
Yeah, but it was always fun.
Hi, I'm Julian Myers. I'm the creator of the show. It is also written and directed by myself. This show is produced by Tia Teller and myself. Anna Yu played Jane, Pablo Richardson played Mark, Ryan Avon played Colin, and John Osgood played Raoul the Risen Bull. I was the voice of our sponsor, and was also the announcer for the miniseries. In Voyage into Darkness Part 1, The Lost Discovery, Chris York played Andrew and the narrator. Michaela Ma played Karen, Kai Yu played Jenkins, Pablo Richardson played Automated Voice, and I played Ian. You can find this podcast on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/RWeLivePodcast. Follow us on Twitter at RWeLiveRadio. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/RWeLivePodcast. You can email us at rwelivepodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.